Assalamu alaikum everyone. So welcome and let's talk about Pepe. Bitcoin had a drop down yesterday and there was a long and a short squeeze. People who were very bullish here, they had to take some of the bearish people stops, and then they came down, they took the bullish people stop, and that's what we call as a long and a short squeeze. Now during this time when Bitcoin was doing this, we saw Pepe destroying a structure. So the structure was very well maintained and very well done as well. So you had a nice good move to the upside here. You broke above it, you retested, everything was good, and we were so close to that target of 1600. We made it to 1535, just a little bit more to that target, and then what happened? Bitcoin happened, and then it went down, and Bitcoin is actually up again. So Pepe is really random. If you notice, the chart patterns here are way manipulated. For example, you have broken above, you have broken below, and now you're breaking above again. And that is hard for you to actually trade. But one thing that you can see clearly is that Bitcoin, and what Bitcoin is actually doing in here, is it has this pattern going on. So number one is that I think there has been a little bit of a move like this to the upside for Bitcoin, and you have broken below that particular trend line. I think it's time for you to just retest maybe $104,500, and then from there probably get rejected again and start to fall down maybe to 99,000 and take even more stop losses. I think it's more like, let's say, pretty much an A, B, maybe even a C correction, which can actually be a little bit more deeper to the 99K. One very important comment in here is that you have to keep in mind that Bitcoin has a $91,000 CME gap. Nonetheless, the market has been bullish. I know it has been a good green, candles going on, and 91,000 still exist. So always keep that at the back of your head. So what I'm trying to say here is always expect a $91,000. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because there is a gap right there at the 91,000 department, and that eventually is something that I think is going to get filled in the future. However, if Pepe intention is still to actually continue to go on up to that target, and you think it can actually do so, then I think putting in stop losses where stop losses may matter the most, I think it could be down to 1336. All right, so if you go to maybe 1336, you may actually retrace even lower to even below 1255. So let's see if there's any intention for Pepe to go on and continue to the upside. By the way, we do have 3 white soldier, and these are 3 green candles back to back, which is the continuation pattern candle. I would actually support this candle to be the only reason why I'm going to put a stop loss below 1318, because as long as you're not going to take out that 3 white soldiers, that means that the coin has the potential to continue, and if you take it out, that means that the continuation has been cancelled, and that's a potential threat to go to the downside. Right now I'm going to go on and check the 15 minutes time frame as well and see if there's anything that is building up. I think there's a little bit of support and resistances going on, especially if I try to remove the trend line in here and we focus on this particular 15 minutes break that has happened. Number one is I think there's this break, and there's also a potential retest down there. Okay, so there could be a retest and a very small scalping opportunity. It's not a very crazy pump, but I think a double bottom going on in there, which can push Pepe to 1486. So in my opinion, if you do get Pepe to come down a little bit, I think this is going to be a retracement of 2.73%. You come down to 1349, right? So if you retest 1349, you can actually get in an entry early, put a stop loss down maybe at 1328, and you have yourself an opportunity of nearly 10%. 10% is amazing if it actually does happen. And yes, 10% can happen because we've seen previously the coin moving up to 1500. So yes, you have a very tiny pattern in here, and that's something like this, where you just broke above and there could be a retest coming up, and then you can enter at that retest, right? I think it's a very good thing for you to do. I'm going to try to do this on the private, and also you can ride it all the way up to 1484. I hope in the future the video ages well, but keep in mind, if the retest fails and it goes down, maybe down below 1318, it's going to go even lower. That's the whole meaning of retest, right? So you're coming down, you're retesting, you pass, you go up, you fail, you're going to go down. And that's why stop losses are very, very important, alongside with money management and your risk management. As long as you have good money management, risk management, you are going to be crashing in crypto for a very long time. And that's it for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one, office.